Hey everybody, sorry I was not on the ball there. How are you guys doing today? Let's see who's here. Winnie, I don't know if I know you. Good to meet you. Hi Liz, Charlotta, Winnie L from Ridgefield, Washington. Nice to meet you. Hi Laura, Christine, Karen, good to see you guys. All right, I am excited about this. Hey Brenda Sawyer. You sprinkle. Hi Sherry. Tonight I have a really fun thing to do. It's a series. We're going to start a series, but I want to talk just for a minute. Hi Avril, how are you guys? How are you everybody? I have been crazy. Yesterday, oh, you're Lori B. Oh, okay. YouTube changed your name. Okay, that was nice of them. I've asked them to do stuff and they don't do it. Hi L Pool Jim. Hi Linda. All right, so tonight we are going to make, well, not all of it. We're going to start making our holiday village, and we're going to use dies to do it, okay? So I want to talk about that in a minute, but let me just get through our announcements, all right? All right, first of all, I have some new napkins in the shop, and I'll show you those when we turn the camera down. We have Comfort and Joy still going on. I think that tomorrow I will be with you guys. Amy Powers had family emergency, so keep her in your thoughts and prayers, okay? Hey, Dorothy. Hi, Brenda. So I'm not sure what we're doing, but something fun. I have a whole pile of stuff. I haven't recorded it yet, but just waiting. Yesterday, I went over to my friend's house. Her son is getting married on Saturday, and then it will be Thanksgiving the next week. And then the next Saturday, she is having a reception for everybody at her house. So it actually is the three friends that went on the last trip together. So Sandy flew in from Iowa, and she's been there a couple days helping PA cook. I said, I'm not helpful in that area. I did very little, but I did get a couple jobs. Hi, Krista. Hey, Leslie. And so I was there from like 10:30 until I got back at 1 o'clock in the morning. We had so much fun. We had dinner, lunch. She's such a good cook. Oh, she made this pumpkin soup, and I am not a vegetable person or fruit person, but it was delicious. So anyway, I was doing that all day yesterday, but it's going to be beautiful. So she has a good plan. I just want a couple other things. On Friday, I've been looking through my die situation, and I have some stuff that you might not have seen before. And so I will be listing that in my Etsy shop. So if you want to come over and take a look, come and see. All right. It might be fun. We will have another giveaway tomorrow. So I will be putting that in the Eileen Hall fan club. We're currently doing this Comfort and Joy event, which is every day in our group from November till 10th till the 21st. We will, the team and I are posting things in the group, and then everybody's posting what they're doing. And oh, thank you, Charlotta. I will tell her. Yeah, pumpkins. It was so sweet. It was really good. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I have a million thoughts in my head. I'm so jazzed up about this little village. I've been wanting to do this forever. And it's like, why not? The dies are so nice and sturdy, and we can make bases for them and decorate them in any way that we want. So I just think this is going to be so much fun. Guess I washed the dishes. No, I put them in the dishwasher though. Okay. So today I'm going to use the notebook die, which we've been using the last couple times. I had it out. It's a cute little size. And I thought I want to show you the process that I'm going to do thinking about it. And then you guys do what you do, and let's put them all in the group and get ideas from each other. Okay. Uh-oh. Hi, Liz. Lost internet. Had to go to your hotspot. I'm happy for the hotspot. I had a meeting yesterday, and it was at my friend's house, and I had to get on, and I wound up using my hotspot because I couldn't figure her internet out. All right. Well, let me turn the camera down and then I'm going to show you the napkins because they're so pretty. I wish that I had taken a video because I had them all laid out on my counter and they look so neat like that. And I forgot to take a picture. Hey, there's Jen Purple. Good to see you. All right, let me switch over here. And I know that I'm in two layout arrangements, but it shouldn't disturb you if you're already on where you're on. I think it should be okay. All right, let me just quickly go through and show you 27 napkins, guys. This is a deal. I have too many napkins. It's like I've got to unload some. So you guys have to help me unload. Hey, Kathleen. Okay, look at this guy. He is a shaped napkin, really cute. So you get like 4 little snowman heads, however you do it. All right, I'm not going to go through each one like that, but he's different. So there's going to be a combination of Christmas and kind of like nature, winter scene. So if you don't do Christmas, there's still something there for you. If you do Christmas, it's, this will last you into the winter. So I love that one. Isn't that cute? And then some are good backgrounds. Here's a cute little Santa. That'd be nice on like a tiny book or something. The scale is all different. This is a good tiny book one or notebook. I did that. And yesterday or the last video, I did this on an ornament. So you can see what it looks like. I base coated it basically. I glued on book page strips. And then I decoupaged on top of it, and they came out really cute. I haven't finished them yet. I need to get a good hanger. I'm thinking maybe just a jute. Hey, Lisa Townsend, good to see you. And Jen Ray, so happy you're here. This guy is kind of cool. This napkin is very stiff. I don't know why. So, they all have a different feel to them. This is also really cute. And this scale of this one would be nice. Like if you did a little house, you could even use some of this stuff for decoration. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Tree. I think of Susie when I see this. She loves nutcrackers. This one is cool. It's foil on 1/4 of it, and the rest of it has not metallic. So you have the choice. Hi, Diane. That's a nice wreath. I mean, you could just take your little water brush and go around the edge and you have a nice wreath. Put that on the front of a journal. That would be a nice background. You got your red truck. Kind of looked like a face for a minute. And my eyes are doing great. Today they feel normal. Look at these. Those could be, you could make ornaments out of them. Look at the size on them. They're cute. This is one of my favorite napkins, and I had an extra package of it because anytime I see it, the reason I like this one is it's like an all over, like a paper almost, because the design, it doesn't stop on the edge. So I like that if you're doing a bigger thing like that, Anyway, I got the kind of vintagey Santa Claus. This is another one where it's got the foil on 1/4 of the page in that. Look at this one. So different. I love that. Kind of just like that little bird is adorable. So different kind of a theme. This is pretty too. And these little bunches are nice because they don't overlap. And so each of these you could use separately. This is another one that's a nice scale. Look at that little tag. You could just decoupage that anywhere. Santa on a bike, so Netherlands. I don't know if you have that Santa, but yes, thank you. I am glad too. This is a pretty one. It looks kind of matte to me. So you get all kinds of surfaces and just everyone is fun. That guy is cool too. Like maybe for a guy, a little tartan there for Karen. This is pretty, a toile. And again, I like these because they're separated. So you can do your little line of water around it, and you get the full image. Not that I always use that anyway. This is also pretty. And your snowman, so you could go around him, or put the whole thing. This size fits really nice on like a the journal size die. So you could just make a cover, put your glue on, stick the whole thing on, and you're done. And then the last one is another toile. This is a really fine one. So anyway, guys, this is the napkin pack. 27 pieces. It's $15. It's well worth it. If you were to buy every one of those, that would be a lot. So I bit the bullet and I bought all the packs, and now I have no room to do anything. So I hope you will check those out. Okay. All right. Now, before we get going, let me just show you what I'm going to use. All right. Hey, Belinda, good to see you. We are making a Christmas village. We're starting our Christmas village tonight. This is going to be a series because what I'm hoping is that every night I can do a different, version of one of the other dies. So they'll all be different sizes. Hey, Tanya, good to see you. So the first one, because I had my notebook die out, and this is a nice size to kind of experiment with and get the lay of the land with. So I'm going to use this one. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I've got this mixed media board. And this is 10 sheets. So you get 5 sheets of mat board and 5 sheets of a nice chipboard. Okay. So I am going to use this for like my practice one. So I'm going to add stuff on top. Now let's just talk a minute about how you want your Christmas village to look. And I thought about it. It's like, okay, let's think about some themes. So I had vintage, and I was thinking about, those putz houses where everything is like glittered and kind of maybe, I don't know when they made them, maybe the 30s or 40s. I'm not sure. Oh, there's Dorothy waving to all she missed. Then there was like a 50s style, like a mid-century modern, and I like that too. But well, I'll tell you what I decided. You guys tell me in the chat. What do you think? Which ones do you think I picked? All right. Then I thought, well, you could do the whole thing by color. Do you want to have it like traditional Christmas colors, the red, the green, the brown type colors, or do you want to do like kind of different Christmas colors or holiday colors? I do like the red because it can go into like even Valentine's Day. Yeah, folk art, that's another one I didn't even think about. Then I thought, what about a woodland theme? Because that could extend. I don't want to put this up and do all the work and then like the day after Christmas take it down. Karen, I think it was German, and I have one. I'll have to find it. But what they do, it's like a little house, like maybe like that, and they were ornaments, but you could also set them like on a table or something. And then there were bigger ones too, but the ones that I saw, the one that I have is an ornament. And basically it was kind of, I would say primitive. They're not real decorated, but they just have glitter on them and they're really pretty. So yes, Belinda, if I do all the work, I want it to be up there. So you guys decide what you would like to do and have that architecture kind of in mind when you're building these and creating them. And also think about, do you want to have them up for a while? Because then, they can last longer. That's good. The one that I kind of decided on, okay, that's what you guys think I'm going to do. All right, put in your votes. I want to see what you think I am going to do. There's one I haven't mentioned, which is eclectic, which might be it. Because you know what? I like all of these. And I do think that I will have a color that unites everything. But I'm not going to, 20s and 30s. Okay, I wasn't sure. I do like the woodland, and I have my little deer and stuff like that. So you've been collecting D56 houses for years. You created a Chinese theme. Oh, Chinese New Year. That's the end of January, I think. That's a good idea. Yeah, so see, it's all like what what you want to do. I think what I'm going to say is eclectic because I hope to incorporate some of all those looks and then have a color theme to bring them together. So what I was thinking was like 2 main colors, which I haven't decided yet what they are, but that and then maybe like silver or gold. So that is kind of what I'm thinking now. The other thought that I had was I am going to go ahead and build these out of matboard and chipboard bases and then decorate. Yeah, I do want to have a log cabin. That's on my list. Okay, so here's some more ideas I had. I want to add like different kinds of roofs, like maybe put a metal roof on one. I want to emboss maybe fabric, like faux tiles, you know, like the one-piece tiles, mosaic. And then I do want to work in natural materials because I have a lot of them here. Hey, Michelle, I'm glad you made it. I have a ton of pine cones. You saw, well, I don't know if you saw, but I have a giant bag of pine cones from the beach house. So I thought I can use them as trees, twigs for my log cabin, moss, acorns, dried berries. I have some holly outside, and if I take care of it, if I spritz it, and I'm thinking if I could hide it, I have some of those little tubes that you put you know, flower stems in. So I think I could make that stretch on the holly. All right, Dorothy has Christmas ornaments hanging on a branch in your entrance hall all year round. Good for you. Good for you. Why take it away? Thatch house, that would be cool. Oh yeah, you could get some moss and put it on there. Okay, then I had decorate houses with paper, like text papers, dictionary pages, music sheets, fabric lace, trims, doodling, golden books, gift wrap. And I'm sure there's more. This was just like, oh, I'm going live in a couple minutes. I better write some ideas down. Then I got out some, I didn't get them out yet, but I think any of these would work. Really, I think any die that you have, there is a way that you could make it into a house. So let me show you what I did so far. I don't have anything done yet, but this is going to be a journey every day, or we're just going to keep going on this until I have, you know, a good number of houses, or I get tired of it, or Christmas comes and I've got to start working on other stuff like presents. Put's house. It's a miniature decorative house typically made from cardboard and covered in glitter and used for Christmas decorations. Oh, putz is a German word to decorate. I did not know that. Peace willow. Oh, like pussy willow. Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, weave. Hi, C's. How you doing? Or says. I'm not sure how to say it. I'm glad you made it from Singapore. Wow. All right. So we're talking about ideas and things, and here I have some chipboard. This is chipboard, and honestly, I could use matboard, and I probably will use matboard because I have a lot of it, and I have a lot of it in colors. But for a basic idea of how I want to put it together, you could use this, you know, chipboard. You could use cardboard, like corrugated cardboard, but that's pretty bulky. You still could use it. But I think a cereal box would be a really good idea, or even a gift box. You could use that of weight to use it for your base. And then if you add more materials on top or stuff to kind of fill it in or give it a shape, you know, that's easy. So don't worry about it, because you're going to need like a good bit if you're making a sample one. Now on some of them, I'm going to wing it and I'm not going to do a sample. But for the first one, I just want to show you how I'm thinking to do it. Okay. This is the notebook die. Did I show you this already? And this is the chipboard. Yeah, I showed you, but the chipboard is a little bit less heavy duty, and I usually use chipboard when I am going to cover it. So here is the die, and you can see this one is just the perfect one. There's no holes in here, so everything is going to be clean. and it's a cute size. So what I did was I just took, I think I cut out four dies. And then the other ones I had leftover pieces after I die cut it. And so I cut just some little pieces like that, which are going to be to cover the front and back and stuff like that. So this is, I think that this one I'm going to use a couple times in a couple different orientations, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, here's what happens when you cut it. Now, normally I will fold on this score line and that score line when I'm making a journal. But what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to fold it, and this is going to be the roof. So I probably have to trim it, but I cut this and I have designated this as the roof. You saw some houses you wanted to change to gingerbread and said, nope, you could make that. Very good. All right. I have a spare because I'm not sure about that. What I did do was I cut I cut two of these and I trimmed them down the middle. Okay. The reason I did that is because I can score down here and have a tab on each side. So that gives me 4 sides, and that's how I put this together. Okay. I took 2 covers, 4 halves, and just put them together like this. And I'm going to adhere that to that. Now, what I have to think about is, what way do I want to do it? Do I want the house to go this way on the ground, and then put a roof going this way? So let's see what that looks like. We could do that. It's a kind of flat roof, but that's not bad. I would have to build this up a little bit. The other thing I can do is go this way and put the roof on like that, and then support that somehow, or add a tab on the inside of the roof to adhere that to this square. So that there's a couple orientations. So if we want a tall house that way, or we want one going this way with the roof going that way. The other thing that we can do is, depending on the size of all of these things, we can bring in pieces from other dies. So, we have all those options. Whoever has a lot of dies, you are in good luck because you're in good shape. You can make a ton of them. And see, I want to fit mine on my mantle. So I don't want huge ones, but I want ones that are significant. But then I was thinking it would even be cute to make like a little dog house. So, we've got the tiny book, could make a little dog house out of it. So we can use all of these different ones to make whatever we want. The other thing is, if you just want to cover these with like solid, cardstock or something, you could decorate the cardstock and like do like a little gingerbread house just with a white pen, and do like pen work and stuff. So many ways to go on this. So really what you need to do is think about what you want to do and kind of start going in that direction. However, I can easily change my mind because I have not made any decisions yet on any of that stuff. I can build the bases and then make the decisions on what I want to make out of it. The only thing is, if you put it all together and you decide to doodle on it, it might be hard to keep steady like that. So if you want to do that, then you would, put it somewhat together like this and say we decided to do a gingerbread house. I would probably cover that with like, some kind of solid paper, maybe brown, but I don't know. This may not be bad. And, get the white pen and start going to town, making your little squiggly marks or whatever. You could do it right on here, but it's, all right, I want this to be my front door, so here I'm going to do that. So I would maybe put a Post-it note on here with a label, a thing that said, go this direction, arrow across here, whatever. And your idea, for the front of the house, then right on here, back of the house, back, whatever. So, just have a plan, because these can get turned around. Yes, craft would be very cute. You need the blueprint for this so you can make an addition to your house for expanding your craft space. I don't know, not that much room, Brenda, but you have a nice space. You just, didn't you, wasn't that you that did the addition? I think you do. And Michelle. All right. So that idea, or you could go up like this. And what happens is when you have just this piece and you have a tab here and you go every one the same way, you know, if you think about it, this is built up a little bit, but when you go down here, that's built up. So it's all built up the same amount. So you don't have anything that's crooked or out of whack. So that's kind of fun. All right. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. Now, if I were building up this way, I probably would want to do a piece inside to stabilize it. So what I would do is measure it. I haven't decided which way I want to go. This is 3 3/4. So I would just take a piece of this probably, because I know it's going to be about right. And then I would leave this on here and I would cut it to 3 3/4 square so it can sit in the bottom here. And yeah, I was thinking I might leave this on and then fold it up there. I don't know. Anyway, the other thing that I was thinking was it doesn't all have to be put together with this. You could use cardstock strips, like support strips that you put inside, and you don't need to use chipboard for that. And we can do that. We'll probably wind up doing that here and there. Okay. The other thing you can do, if you want to put this all together with, oh, okay, not Belinda Zimmer. Okay. Oh. Oh, all right. Well, then we can do that. I'm thinking of Brenda Sawyer. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was Belinda or Brenda that said that. Okay. Sorry about that. If you don't even have dies and you just want to have strips of chipboard, you can take some washi tape and just run it down here, you know, on the front and back, and then leave a little bit of space for it to bend and go around the corner and have that be your joint. I would just reinforce that with glue because washi tape does not stick that great. All right, what do we want to do? Go upright. You wouldn't put in a bottom. Yes, a light would be good, and that is something I want to do. So you could either put in a removable base or a removable roof, and then you can rest your candle in there. And if I did that, I would probably want to cut a window, which is another option, because the thinlit dies, now they will probably cut enough through here that you can go ahead and trim that out. So if you wanted to do like a little door and cut that out, or even do a door and then leave this, well, you'd have to cut it from the back for that to open, but you could have an opening door. You know, if you scored it on the back, then it would come out this way. So lots and lots of ideas, and I'm sure you guys have them too. So let's just go ahead and start making this so we can get something under our belts here. We have a half an hour, okay? I don't have a plan, honestly, but I do want to get started. So I'm kind of liking this shape. So I think what I'm going to do is start on making a base. And I think what Leslie said is smart. You know, we should have a removable one so that then if you want to add a light to it, you can. And I think it's really pretty. Either you could do one of those battery lights, you could do one of those ones like from Pear Blossom Press that you can press on it and it lights up. Or you could take even a strand of lights and kind of settle it down on a light strand and have the light coming in. So there are lots of options. So something that you might want to have on hand is your little cutting pad here. And I am going to trim this like I did my other one. Actually, I'm going to leave that one in place. This one is one that I already cut. So I'm going to fold that over. And then I want to lay that in here and see how big And we can measure it too. Let's actually lay it on here. We know it's supposed to be 3 3/4. So, oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is probably just good. Let's see. Let's set it down here. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, so let's just trim this at 3 3/4. I don't like them too loose. 1, 2, 3. 3/4 would be here. I'm going to give it a little bit of leeway because we have these tabs here that are kind of maybe blocking a little bit. So I'm just going to cut that. We can always trim it off. And Leslie, I lost my blade. I think it's over at my other cutting station. I don't like not having my official blade. All right, so let's... I wish I had a rubber band here. Wait a minute. Yes. All right, let's just... Oh, it's not going to wrap. I'll put a little strip of tape on here just for now to hold it while we're fitting the floor. That might tear after, but I'm just going to do it lightly, and we're going to cover this anyway. So, or we could paint it. There's so many things we could do. All right, so let's set that in there and see what it looks like. All right, that's still a little wide. See, it's sticking out a little. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit here. Is it going this way? Yeah, this. I'm just going to line this up on here and shave off a little bit. You probably still could use your trimmer. So, uh-oh. We're having trouble streaming. Are you kidding me? Are you guys having trouble seeing this? Oh, that's annoying. I just got a thing saying I'm having trouble streaming to Facebook. So yeah, go to YouTube, guys. Sorry about that. I have no idea. I didn't know it was going to do that. I'd almost say go to YouTube every time. It's really hard to share from Facebook. All right. Facebook died. I heard. I got a little thing saying we're having trouble. All right. Now see down here where that's happening? I'm going to shave down a little more here. I did that side before. Now I'm doing this side. And it's going to be like that. You're going to have to, because this is thick, you're going to have to kind of make some allowances here. But that's completely normal. So this helps you to kind of find your own way and make things how you want. All right. So yeah, that's good. Well, it's still a little bit tight, but I could also take off a little notch in this corner. See, sometimes what I do, I did it on one of the, oh, I did it here. You might want to just trim off a little bit right at the bottom because you know that's where your extra piece is going to sit, and then it's not in the way so much. All right, which one am I? This could be a lid too. Oh, all right. Actually, that's not bad. All right. I'm just going to... A little tension is not a bad thing. All right. So what we can do is when we're ready, we can attach that tab at the bottom there to the back and flip that up. So that could be a nice little place for that to go. And then you could just leave it off or put that back in place if you want to put a little thing in there. But actually, yeah, you need to think about that if you are going to add lights to it, because you could just close it up and be done. you know, and put a light in the next one. So, all right, the next thing that we want to do, so we have a base. Now we want to look at a roof. All right, and I had one here. Where'd it go? Oh, maybe I cut it up. All right, well, I have one that I have not messed with. So I want to have that nice sharp crease. And it's going to go like this, but you can see it's a little bit too wide. So let's trim this down. And I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit past here. So let's just line it up. I was just on the phone with my sister. She lives in Maine, and my niece is having a baby, and they're having a baby shower for her. And she is 11 hours away from me. And my daughter, Pam, and I, the nurse, we are going to drive up on a Wednesday night in December, if it's not snowing. We're going to be there for the shower Thursday night. We're going to turn around and drive home on Friday. We're out of our mind. And she's like, I cannot believe you're doing it. It's not too late to chicken out. We want you to come, but I'm crazy. All right. I love a good shower, and it's actually going to be in Portland, Maine, which I love, and it's at a restaurant which floats. It's a floating restaurant called DeMello's, I think is the name of it, and so we are going to go there and have the shower. All right, this one. I don't know where my corner rounder is. I'll use this one. Oops. Lost my handle here. Yes, it's blurry. Oh. Cloud is having issues. Are you kidding me? Ugh. What the heck? Why today? We're starting a series. For heaven's sake. All right, I'm just going to round this because it's the roof and I want the other one to look rounded also. In fact, I'm going to round them all the same, just so they look similar. All right. Why, Facebook? See, it doesn't say that I have a blurry connection in YouTube, but it has like a little exclamation point in Facebook saying something's messed up. All right, now let's see. We want to check the length of this. All right, well, that's not terrible. We could make it a more steeply pitched roof, you know, like that. It's in YouTube. Hi, Tink Bell. Oh, you can see me. Okay. All right. It looks like everybody is in. Oh, Leslie, that's funny. I'll say hi to them. Leslie's dad was a lobster fisherman. That is such a cool thing. All right. Now, what I'm thinking is if we could get a nice 45-degree angle, I might just do that. So I think I'm going to cut this from side to side here. This is just plain, but I have plenty of stuff, so I'm just going to mess around and see what happens here. It could work. And you do have to be a little flexible with this, like as far as a pattern. I mean, I can tell you, get out your whatever die. We could do it together. So say you decide you want to do this, you know, just come on the, you know, watch the live again and do it with me. All right. So let's see here. So I'm just going to make a mark. All right, you know what? I've got my Martha Stewart 45-degree angle. Oh, where did it go? Well, that's 45. I'm just going to make sure I'm at the right. Yeah, we're good. Okay. It doesn't matter anyway. I can make it steeper or not, but I'm just trying to get an idea here. So what I'm going to do is make a mark where I want my roof to hit. So I'm going to say here. Oop. I might have to go taller. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I can go taller. I want this to be equal. So I also can chop off, which I think I'm going to have to do. If I do a 45-degree angle, I'm going to have to chop something off here, which I do not have a problem with. All right, so there and there. You know, I'm sure you guys have a less chaotic way of doing this. So any input, would love to hear, but I think sometimes you just have to fiddle around with it. See, so we rounded them for nothing. Oh well. We're taking off 3/4 of an inch. And let's see, for Charlotta, I have my ruler. Hang on. We can probably use this as some kind of trim somewhere. So keep all these pieces. All right, what is 3/4? That would be 2 centimeters. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just make sure. Yep. So I want this line. Hopefully I'm not going too short. But I'm sure I could use this in another project. So I'm just going to keep all this stuff in a box and use the pieces to kind of mix and match. That comment gave you 25 XP. What is that? You have 75 XP. I don't even know what that is. What is that, guys? What are you talking about? Is that the number from... You're welcome. The Coast Guard is doing touch and goes. Aw. They're being noisy. Well, they can't help it. Okay, this is not as steeply pitched as I thought it would be, but I want all different shapes. I don't care what the end thing is. I want all, whatever it is, however it comes out, I'm good with it. All right, so let's just make another mark here. All right. I'm trying to keep this together and it's not wanting to. I could put a little piece of tape in there. Sorry. You have 50 XP and a purple crown. Wow. Boy. What are we playing? A game here? What's happening? I never heard of this. Have you guys ever heard of this? Again, I don't care. This is the inside of my roof. I'm going to do all the tools that I need to keep things together. All right. I'm really just doing this so I can measure. I'm going to peel it up. Okay, now it should stay. All right, so I want to do on each side, I want it to be about the same, but I'm not going to go crazy with it. Okay, and then I'm going to make a mark. Okay. So now my thought is this could totally bomb. Did I not mark it on here? Marked it on the wrong spot. No, I did. Okay. So here to here, that's going to be my little triangle that's going to go up here. Long way to go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is draw a line here, make like a little score line, hopefully. And I would do this twice. So let's do one and see if it works. Again, I have tons of stuff. I'm just going to do a light score line. I don't want to cut it, but then I'm going to move it down a little bit here and cut. I don't even care if it's even, really. I just want to see, is this going to work? Okay. Probably could have scored that a little bit more. But I have the ditch in there because, all right, then we have to trim. So that's doesn't fall, hit something. I might have to bevel that. I can't remember how this is going to be. So here's my little tab that's going to go here. And that's going to hold my roof up. That looks pretty good, don't you think? Brenda's jealous because she doesn't have a crown. Those with crowns are special. Oh, man. What do I have anything? I doubt I have a crown. All right, so I'm going to do 2 of these, guys. I know you're all worried about your crowns. Meanwhile, I'm making a village here, you know. Okay. All right, I'm kind of surprised that worked, but I'm happy. Okay, so again, I'm going to draw a line across. And we're going to score on here and hope that it comes out the same. And then here I'm going to cut, and that's going to be my roof line. All right, I'm probably going to go through this and say, you know what, there was a lot easier way that I could have done that, but oh well. This is nice because I can cut right through this. Matboard you can cut, but not always so easily. I'm going to cut over here because I got to keep those marks so I know where to score. All right. I have my veil sweatshirt on. It's okay. We can all crap. We can. All right. So now let's make a little roof here. And this is kind of how I design dies, actually. Just kind of trial and error. Then the trick is fitting it in Illustrator on a die, which usually works, but not always. Okay. So there's that one. Now, see, that's a little wide. Well, we could just move the score line up a little. I'm not going to worry about that right now, because in the end, I don't think that's going to matter too much. Where does it go? Here it is. See, that was the sample. They're always the best. But I would just put a little glue here and a little glue here. See where that's a double? And let that sit. When I put it together, I'm not doing that yet because I'm just kind of doing my ideas first. I may have to do a better job on this, but these can sit here. And then my roof is going to go on top. Now, the other thing that I could have done is I could have taken one of the, I'm trying to do it all with one die. So if you don't have the other ones, it's not as bad. But let me just do it here like that. What I want to do is, yeah, that should work. What we could have done also is measure this, and I think it came out to, yeah, it's almost 3 3/4, which we've got our square box die, which is the trifold. And then in that case, we could do a trifold and just sit this on top here and then do our roof coming over. What do you do with the XP? The more you comment and engage, you get the crowns. Wow. All right, I got to see what you guys are saying. I'm in my little world building a house, but you're having more fun. You're getting crowns. background and in the chat. You're getting a lot of ideas, but may not get to play until after Thanksgiving. Oh, Hubs decided we're going to get the kitchen dining room painted. Oh, are you painting it? That's why you're tired feeling. XP. It's blurry here. On Facebook, it stopped. It's blurry on YouTube? What is going on? All right. I don't know. I don't have anything saying that YouTube is going down. All right. Thank you, Liz. Somebody's watching me. Okay. I think that's going to be stable enough. I mean, if you think about it, we're going to cover this with paper. So that's going to adhere this piece to that piece, and we should be good. These are not like, we're not putting books in here or on top of them or anything. They're just going to be lightweight little structures that we're going to put on our mantle. So that is actually a nice size, I think. And I'm kind of liking the shape of that roof. I thought steeper, but I kind of like it. Okay. No, that's not it. Here we go. All right, so there's our roof. So I think I like that. And now we have to think about how we want to decorate it. And I can see a lot of ways. And I think I'm going to have to decide the colors that I want to do, unless I want to go neutral to start with. Or if I want to build all my bases first and then see what I have and then go to what style I want to do. I'm not sure. All right. Well, this one, I feel like this is good. We've got a base. Maybe if you get more XP, you can unblur. Oh, man. What the heck is that? You figured out how to get rid of your number tail. You should definitely get more XP for that. Whatever XP is, I guess it's something we want. Is it? I don't even know. Never heard of it. All right, so we have that. That. I'm actually happy with this shape to start with. Now, another thing that I might do when I go to put this together is take a piece of paper and make another one of these little strips, you know, but paper, so it's not as bulky, and put that here and here so that when I put my roof on, I can attach that tab to my roof, you know, so I'll have something sticking out here and I can just glue that, and then this will sit on there. That's if I want to make sure that it is going to stay. If I want to take it out, then no. I figured how to get rid of it. Okay, you have 75 XP and it is very blurry. Experience points. Oh, is that what it is? Oh. To make you all talk. That is like, what? That's not a thing. I would not talk just to show it. But then my views go down. I don't know, guys. I am sorry. You know what? I think maybe what I'll do is just end it here. And then when I come back on Thursday, I'll have more of an idea. I'm going to write down my plan, my colors and my styles and ideas for each die. You know, you could even have like an asymmetrical one, like a, what do you call that kind of roof? I forget what you call it, but it's like, you know, steeper on the back. There is a certain pitch you have to have so that rain will come down and off. Like you can't have a flat roof or all the water will puddle there. But I'm not sure of the pitch, but I know there's stuff you have to do. But anyway, I am going to come up with some more ideas. You're busy fussy cutting. Okay, what are you cutting? Let me see what you guys are doing. It says the more you engage in chat, you move up the leaderboard. You guys do? You feel sorry for Eileen that it doesn't work right after all the work she does. Thank you, Charlotta. You tell YouTube. They're messing with us. If only YouTube gave out chocolate instead of points. I agree, Caroline. That's worth it. It's the top of the leaderboard. Have a better view. Who's on the top? Linda. Linda Zambori? Is that you? Oh, she's number 3. Wow. Christmas trees for cards. I don't know what that means, but I cannot wait because I'm going to sit down tonight. Honestly, this idea only occurred to me. I had other descriptions written out and I was like, wait a minute. I have always wanted to make that. I'm going to do a series. That way I don't have to do a new graphic every time and I can just come back and work on stuff that I want to make anyway. So I hope you guys are good with it. And I hope YouTube, you're good with it because you're messing with me. You'd much rather have chocolate. Yes, I don't care about your XP numbers. Good Lord. All right. Well, I'm sure you guys got good report cards. All right. We'll come back on Thursday and hopefully this is not messed up. This idea with the dies. You think this idea with the dies to make 3D houses. Oh, you like it? Okay, good. Yeah. This is going to look a lot better, but you got to start with the basics and wait until we get one decorated. And then we have, yes, YouTube, make this better. And you're the number 1, Linda. So your word is law. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming. Sorry about all the craziness. I can't be blamed for it. I don't know what it is. I did my thing, and we will be back and hope that it works better. If not, another thing that I might do is do it as a video, and then I'll get in the chat with you and see if that might work better and they're not messing with the lives. All right. I'm going to see if I can find out anything about this because this is not fun. All right. You are welcome, Jen Ray. Oh, good, Sherry. Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you on Thursday. Actually, I may see you tomorrow because I think I have a live in the fan club. Okay. All right. See you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.